of title has to be talked physically in front to have liveliness, to create more interest on this topic. Anyways, so this is my first slide. This is how are you? Is there any possibility that student can speak there?
Yes, sir.
You can ask some of them to respond to the question, how are you? Okay. So I believe everyone will say fine, fine, fine. Okay. So the thing is that it is not telling fine, are we really fine? There are different situations we can respond to the question, how are you? Some people may say great. Some people may say okay. Some people may say not bad. Some people may say not good. It depends upon the real inner emotions to respond to the question, how are you? But what I would suggest from today is that we all of us to always respond to this question, how are you, as doing great, feeling good. You should talk in a positive way. Never mind whether your life is good or bad. Never mind whether your emotions are good or bad. Always try to talk in a positive way. Why positive? Why positivity? So the positivity always gives you fortunes. The positivity always gives you luck. The positivity always gives you results, and those results are always good results as desired by us. What result you expect, that result can be achieved only if we have positive attitude. Okay. In India, we have many people, almost 150 crores of people are there. Not all these people are innovators. In your class, you have 50 to 60. Not all of you are. Some people have some creativity to innovate something. Is there any problem?
Randy? No, sir.
Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Let the students listen to me so that I can talk for another half an hour.
Okay, sir.
So innovation is the topic. The first topic to become great in life. The first word to become known to others in the entire world. If I want to be known to the entire world, I have to innovate something. Eating 3 times food, sleeping, waking up, again eating, sleeping, waking, ESW will not help us to be known to the entire world. There are many number of people in this world, but only very, 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 very few are known to the entire world. Okay? A simple student of Harvard thought about, I want to know what my classmates are doing during night. He thought how we can understand, how we can know the present life of classmate when the class hours are over. So he invented or innovated a concept called Facebook. Okay. Innovation is derived from the feel what we want to be. If I feel something to be required more, or if I feel I expect more, if I feel I want something different, if I feel I want something which no one should have. In that case, I should go for a concept called innovation. Okay. For example, I tell you, ice creams are bought during some festive occasions or some happy occasions, but the ice cream business has to go throughout the day, throughout the year. For that, what I can do? Many people of us know ice creams are used more or bought more only during summers. So the ice cream company thought, I have to do business other than the season, what I can do. So during summer season, ice creams have more sales in the market. But during off summer season, what I can do, they thought, what I can innovate. Repeatedly, they thought. They asked a few customers. They asked the opinion of few people. They thought, why can't we go for ice cream cakes? So now you know whether you have summer or winter or rainy season, cakes are sold always for many type of reasons. Don't think that cakes are cut only during birthdays. Cakes are bought for any type of reasons, and the reason may be N. No problem. Earlier, the business happened only during summer seasons, so the ice cream went well. Now the ice cream brands thought, I have to do business other than summer season throughout the year. So what I can do, the result is ice cream cakes. This is what innovation is all about. I have to rethink. I have to have a radical thinking. I have to have outside the box thinking. I have to think Jughad. Jughad is a word everyone should have heard it now. If you do not know now, please go and note, write one-page article and submit to Shiny Madam. What is the meaning of Jughad? What is the application of Jughad? In India, we talk about Jugaad. Jugaad is some alternative thinking, something we think differently outside the box with low resources or with waste materials. What I can do, for example, tidal power plant will be success only during rainy season. Solar power plant will be success only during summer season. Thermal power plant will be success only during the availability of coal. Wind power is success only during windy seasons. So these are all seasonal based power supply or power source materials or power source ideas. So they thought, if we only go behind coal, one day the coal will be exhausted. What we can do? So they have gone for another thinking called solar power. Solar power is 80% available during the entire year. Hydel power is available only 25%. Winds are available only 25%, but 80% throughout the year, solar, sun is available. How we can do? Now they are going for construction of houses with the roof having solar panels. Understanding the scarcity of water, the people go for rainwater harvesting. These things are happened. These things have happened in this world because some people have realized there is a problem. Some people have realized there is an area which should be addressed immediately, and that is the reason innovation. Everyone know necessity is the mother of invention. But when the invention is having some application, real-time application, it is said to be known as innovation. I have shown you an example of internet. When internet came to India in the year 1971, no one thought, no one knows about. Again, internet came into India in 1979, no one listened. 89, no one shown attraction. From the year 1990, the internet got its presence in India, slowly spread. I tell you, in the year 1991, if you have to browse, you have to go to the internet browsing center. In the year 1991, we have to pay 120 rupees for 1 hour browsing to simply check the mail. 1 hour I can simply check the mail. My inbox I can check it. That is the speed we had. Per minute I have to pay 1 rupee to access internet. That was the situation in the year 1991. Then the people talked about the internet will not play any role in the future. But no wonder many people have started using internet after 1995, and now you know without the data no cell phone companies will operate. You will not buy any smartphones if you can't use internet, or no people will buy phones if the phone doesn't have any internet access. That is the situation where we live now. The reason is I have invented internet, but we have to find the application of the internet. That is more important. And that is the reason now internet has become more and most successful. Let me give you another example where all the cell phones, imagine from today after this session is over, your cell phone doesn't have access for any types of social media. You can't use WhatsApp, you can't use Insta, Twitter, you can't watch YouTube. If that is a situation, you will throw your phone to the dustbin. Everyone knows phone, cellular phone is an instrument for communication. But that instrument has now become more of communication into more of entertainment. It is mainly focused on entertainment. I have to pass the time. I have to kill the time. I have to sleep. I have to watch the movie. For all types of emotions, now you have cell phone. When I wake up early in the morning, I do not know how many wake up early, but still, when you wake up, immediately my hand, mind, eyes, ears, all goes to my cellular phone. I just open, check how many messages I have received. Ladies, the reason why I talk this is that it is because of the application of internet. Now the usage of cellular phone has gone to the greater extent that nobody can believe. No one can believe. Any rural part of India you can go, you can have an access for smartphone. Now all the people like Amazon, Flipkart, Meesho have gone to deliver their goods to the rural places because you have the access of smartphones, and that is because of internet. So my idea of telling here is that innovation is something I have, some idea I have. I have to find whether that idea will solve the existing problem. Every one of us know that recently we had a COVID problem, corona problem. Usually we wash the hands, and those days we washed with the help of sanitizer. Now no one using sanitizer. I do not know why, but still sanitization is having its own credibility and its own usage. whether you have disease or not. That is what the idea is all about. So when I come to talk about innovation, you have a problem. For that problem, do we have an idea? If you don't have an idea, you can never go for any type of startups or businesses, or you can never become an entrepreneur. You name any subject, you name any product, there is a competitor. You can't you can't have or you can't find a marketplace where there is no competition. Whatever product you talk about, there are competitors. Without competitors, nothing is going to happen. Because of that competition, innovations happen to a greater extent. If there is no competition, there will be no innovation. Why? Because every company, every competitor wants themselves to be seen differently in the minds of the customer. I have to have my own strategy, my own quality, my own utility, which should be different when the customer think my name. That is what they talk about. Everyone is having problem, or almost many of us find solution for the problem, but whether that solution is practically feasible or not, that is where innovation comes, and that is where startup gets hit. If you want successful startup hit, you should have a successful innovative ideas. If you don't have successful innovation or innovative thinking, definitely we cannot show ourselves difference. For example, I'll tell you. Now we are talking through Microsoft Teams. This is a social platform, online platform, which were used earlier for conferences only. You name it, whether it is Google Meet or whatever, Cisco WebEx, whatever social platforms or online platforms, they were used only for conferences, companies' conferences. Now, after COVID, those companies have thought, why can't my product be used for different types of utility or different types of usages? And from there, you have got a concept called online education. Online education. Now you have visited Byju's, you have Akash, you have many types of coaching centers. They use these kind of platform for educating the people through online. The same thing we have done, teachers and students in our colleges. We use this for delivering lectures. This is the innovative thinking of those service providers, whether they are Google Meet or Cisco or WebEx or Microsoft Teams, whatever you call. So I have a problem. Do I have a solution? That solution should be different when you compare with my competitor. So once the Cisco WebEx and Microsoft Teams have started following this online education system, now the Google Meet have entered into the concept of Meet Google. And imagine the big company in the world, Google, have started its Meet Google only during the lockdown period. Earlier, they don't have these kind of online systems, online platforms. Now the Meet Google have become a biggest success in the entire world. They have surpassed Microsoft. They have gone long ago than Cisco WebEx. They have a customer base. The idea is we should have a different idea which should be rationally good. What is rationally? Rationally, in the sense, it should have some practicality. It should have some feasibility. It is feasible, it is possible, it is practical. That is called rational. Okay. If I have a pen in my pocket and tell it is 10 lakhs, no one will believe. I am not a fool to carry a pen with 10 lakhs worth placing in my pocket. That is called rational. Okay. If my ideas are not different, my ideas will not become success. Okay, how can I take this idea to become success? I have to convert this idea into an experiment. I have to refer to the people. I have to go for and check whether this can be done possible or not. I have to collect opinions. I have to ask my friends. I have to ask my relatives. I have to ask my classmates whether this experiment will become successful or not, whether this idea will become hit or not. Or I can ask the existing customers. See, if you people are doing something related to nursing, you can ask the patient in what way you can increase the healthcare system in my hospital. If you do business in medical store, you can ask the customers in what way I can increase the store efficiency. What is the largest selling medicine? What is the least selling medicine? What is the middle level selling medicine? I can go for understanding of my store. See, Apollo Pharmacy. Earlier, Apollo had hospitals. Now, the Apollo has gone for pharmacy. Earlier, MedPlus was a scanning center. Earlier, MedPlus offered only scanning center. It scans the body. All types of scans are done in MedPlus. Now, they have started their own medical store, MedPlus store. Why Apollo Hospital have started medical store? Why MedPlus have gone for medical store? So there are reasons. No, you can't construct hospitals throughout the places. You can't establish scanning center throughout the places. Whereas I can establish medical store throughout the place, by which I can also create awareness that there is a scanning center called MedPlus. There is an hospital called Apollo. So indirectly, I do marketing for my hospital Apollo. Indirectly, I do marketing for MedPlus, which is a scanning center, by running a medical store. So this is the way the companies have to think. The companies have to suggest ideas. The companies have to get references from the other people. The companies have to experiment with the local group whether this will become success or not. Otherwise, it is very, very difficult. So my idea here is innovation is not simply finding solution to the problem, and that solution is to be unique solution that no one can think the angle in which you thought. After innovating, you have to go for startup. Again, the same procedure, the startup, you have these two aspects which is covered by innovation. The first two aspects, idea and the liveliness, is more important for startup. You have many startups. India is now monging with startup. India couldn't able to breathe without startup. Everyone talk about startup. But why all these startups are not getting hit in the market? What is the reason? The reason is my idea is not innovative. My idea is not having the liveliness. The meaning of liveliness is it should go along with the people. The people have to accept the idea. That is called as liveliness. The people has to think that all sambar goes with vada. Without sambar, there is no dosa. That is called liveliness. Okay. You can never imagine rice without sambar. Okay, that is the procedure. Or you can never imagine chapati without masala. That is what liveliness. It should go along with. It should go along with the people. If the people are not ready to accept your idea, then you are not living in the society, or your idea is not living in the society or in the people whom you are going to address. So, gentle ladies, my point of addressing you here is any startup has to find or follow all these stages what I told you now. It is not that easy. Even if you start a tea shop, you have to wait for 3 years to get success in that place. Don't ever think any idea you suggest will become hit immediately. So after your degree, after your course, if you go and work in some organization, in organizations, you can have some ideas. You should share the ideas with your employees and your superiors. If they don't accept, don't worry. But you should not stop thinking about the idea. You should always think about the idea. How I can do best. Imagine my age is 20 now. If I start thinking newly, daily I improvise my ideas. Daily I improvise my doing of activities. Daily I show more importance for the job I do. Day by day I increase. I improvise. Imagine after 20 years where your revision of ideas will be, where your revision of perfection will be. So daily attaining and increasing the improvisation will give you best result over the period of time. And that is what we always say. Almost 99% of the innovations are dead because they can't prove it is different from others. Don't always think what others think. Wait and watch. Think slowly. Have a radical thinking. Spread across your brains through 360 degree. Learn more. You should have the exposure in more. For example, if you guys are pharmacy students, they ask you to write 20 pharmaceutical companies, you should write now immediately. They ask you to write 20 pharmaceutical companies, you should write. I bet you will not go beyond 5. Or some people may end up with only 1 or 2. 1 or 2 may go for 7, but no one can write up to 20. If I ask you another question, who gave the vaccine to the corona, you should tell the answer immediately. To the entire world, the vaccination medicine was supplied by India, and that is an Indian MNC. Okay. Why India got suddenly emerged? Why India got more respect to the entire world? It is not because of yesterday happening of Chandrayaan. It is because of India gave medicine for the disease throughout the world. And that is the reason India got suddenly of more image to the entire world. Idea is different. You think different. The same time in India, many people died because of lack of oxygen cylinder. That is poor idea. A government hospital doesn't have an oxygen cylinder is worst and shame to hear. No hospital is perfect as far as government hospital is concerned. They should have all the backups. When you go and switch on the oxygen cylinder, the valve breaks because the oxygen cylinder was not used many years. You don't have a generator or backup power source in a government hospital. And that is the way people work. And that should not be the case. We youngsters, we should think differently. We should prove ourselves we can do differently, and that too with low cost. So any idea will become hit with more improvisation, low cost. Next one is liveliness. I told you already, liveliness is going along with the people. You should talk your idea to your innermost circle, whether this idea will become hit or not. Ask the opinion. That is more important. Whether you design a product or whether you design a solution for a service, that is different. You should ask the opinion. If you go for a product, you should find out a prototype, the small, the miniature of the original version. Again, go for the opinion. Again, ask whether it is practically feasible or not. It is very simple. It is like cooking, right? I cook, I add salt, I add spice. I often check whether the spice and the salt is correct or not. I check, add. Suppose if it goes high, the more there is more salt, I have to reduce the saltiness. Similar way, I have to seek the opinion for my idea. The similar way, I have to seek the opinion for my prototype. If the opinion after the prototype is good, now we can go and register your idea. Finished. That is what the end of startup. So after registering or before registering, don't ever register by yourself single. You always find a co-founder. Have your friends with you. Minimum two have to go with the startup. Why? Because you can have a sharing of ideas. A single person idea have never went attained the goals. Whether it is Gandhiji or whether it is Edison, whether it is Tesla or whether it is whatever you many people, Steve Jobs or Bill Gates, whoever, they will always have two or three more friends to get them to know whether their idea will become success or not. So ladies, that is the reason some ideas are becoming, or very few ideas are becoming success, and almost 99% of the ideas are getting failure. So only thing is that we should think whether I am offering anything different, anything more innovative. So if innovation you can do, definitely you can become a good person in startup. Never mind all the people who study has to go and become an employee in a company. You can start your own business. You can give employment to many type of people. If that is going to be the vision of yours, you can do innovate right away. With these words, I say you can win only if you can show difference. Don't go along with other people. You show something which is different. You should prove that you have some different advantage that your competitors doesn't have. You should give the confidence that I can show more variety. See, the chicken is same, but if you go and see the menu card in the restaurant, you can find many types of chicken. You have many types of chicken which is been noted in the menu card. The reason is that I have to show some variety. Otherwise, the people won't come to my restaurant. The rice flour is same, dosa is same, but I add more flavors. Ice cream is same, but I add more flavors. And that is the reason I can give you more result. The next one is rational and radical. It should be always have some real sense, and you should be different from others. That is called radical. Having talked with you for 30 minutes, I do not know how many of you have really gone into the context. Your teacher found some difficult time to find me, to have this opportunity to share my views. Basically, I am a professor and head of management studies department, having an experience of 25 years. And every year we see that Our MBA students come at least with 5 or 6 business, and we find funders to fund for their startup. And that is the way we live. I do not know how many of you have really taken to the spirit. So thanks for the opportunity. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful session. You have explained how to convert innovation into startup in a very simple way. Thank you very much, sir. In spite of your busy schedule,